I have read that you have always wanted to be a pop star, so mission accomplished. So what does it feel when your dreams come true?
It feels very exciting. I feel very lucky to have good people around me.
Yeah.
Because it has always been my dream, for sure. So.
But Reneé, what was the dream as a little kid? What did you dream? You know, I've heard you described as a very emotional child, as a very talkative child, as someone who wore their feelings on their sleeve, your dad was telling me. So what was your dream?
I wanted to do what Beyonce does.
Really?
That's just all I wanted to do. Yeah, I was obsessed with Beyonce as a kid. And I still am.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Join
really
the club.
obsessed. Yeah, exactly.
Collaboration coming soon?
Oh my God.
Put it out there. Put it out there to the
We're putting it
universe.
out there.
So here you are. Your album came out in mid-August. You're going on tour mid-September. Album's got millions and millions of streams. What are you doing in this in-between period, and how are you preparing for this world tour?
I mean, I've been doing a lot. To be honest, a lot of the album rollout process, a lot of it is just talking about it. I feel like I talk about the album more time than I spent actually making it.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because somebody be like, so what's the inspiration? And I'm like, well, the 10 worst things that have happened to me over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
If you would like me to dive in. You know, it's a little strange.
So it's tough. It sounds like it's hard to go back.
But you do talk about love and heartbreak in this album.
100%.
Yeah. Why is that important for you to be so candid and also, Reneé, so vulnerable?
Yeah.
You do that.
Thanks. I think that I have learned that the thing that I used to hate about myself, despise, was how much I cared and how incredibly emotionally intense I was, and how hard I felt things as a kid. And that was a lot of what I was shamed for, whether it be externally or internally. Now, I think that's the best part of me. So it's actually really empowering, because it's something I used to beat myself up for so much.
You know, a lot of people saw you at the Jimmy Awards, a competition, when you won that competition. A lot of fans have been with you from the very beginning, and then you go viral. When you look back on that time in your life, wasn't that long ago.
Right.
What does that chapter mean to you?
Yeah, I just remember feeling so weirdly insecure and also so driven at the same time. I was so sad. Even when it was I remember the day that it was announced for me to do Mean Girls on Broadway, and that was public knowledge.
Why were you sad?
I had just gotten texts from friends that I was in high school with that somebody said X, Y, and Z, and it hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that sucks. Mind you, those are the same people now that will comment under my stuff and be like, oh my God, go girl, star, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, don't think I forgot what you said.
When you coming into town.
Yeah.
Wait to see you.
Yeah, I'm like, circa 2018, where were you? February 2nd at 4 p.m., because I know what you did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
wow.
But we live and we learn, and we forgive and we forget.
All right.
Yeah. Reneé, let me
I have one of those, June 24th. I remember
Exactly. Exactly.
9/16. I remember.
Yes, exactly.
You have this hyper awareness of your emotions, and I love how now you embrace it because it serves as a superpower.
Totally.
But I want to go back to your childhood. I could probably imagine a young Reneé having a moment where she's sitting down alone on a couch or in a bedroom, and she has all of these thoughts in her head.
Yeah.
Imagine you now walking into that room, putting your arm around young Reneé. What would you whisper into her ear?
It makes me so sad, but I'm just very proud of her. I'm very proud of her. She was really sad, and that's fine. But I'm very proud of her because I see so much of myself in my younger brother too, and he feels I always cry, man, but he feels like my baby. He feels I just want to protect him, and I'm grateful that he has somebody in his life, hopefully me, hopefully, that is able to be as open with him as I wanted somebody to be for me.
Patty, can you just hand it?
Do you mind if I give you?
Oh my God, please! I cry all the time.
It's okay. I love tears. Those are beautiful tears.
Yeah,
it
we
is
have
a
some
beautiful
tissue.
thing.
But what are you thinking,
sister.
Reneé, that's making you so emotional? I know. I love hearing this. I love hearing this.
I just felt very lonely and weird. I felt very lonely and weird, and it sounds silly, but I did. And I always remember when my friends would say oh, I just don't care. I remember thinking oh my God, I really want to not care. I was that would be amazing. To not care about anything.
But you
that would be
always
awesome.
cared.
Oh my God, I care so much.
And
I
there's
care
nothing
so
wrong
much.
with that.
Yeah.
I know, now I like it.
Yeah.
And
Now I like it.
and the resilience. I mean, this album's
Yeah.
about resilience. Many of the songs are about resilience.
Yeah.
The recent years of your life have been about resilience.
100%, 100%. And I also just I spent so much of my childhood beating myself up, and I'm so glad that I don't beat myself up anymore
Yeah.
for my emotions.
Yeah.
And I also have good people in my life who they don't want to beat me up for my emotions.
But you know what's so great about this is now you are so unapologetically yourself.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are.
yeah,
You
totally.
seem so very comfortable in your own skin.
Totally, yeah.
And so I think it's helpful for people to say it hasn't always been that way, and look how you've come out on the other side.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's also not to say that I don't feel insecure. My dad always used to tell me the most confident person in the room is the person that knows they're insecure and is aware of that
Yep.
and accepts that as something about themselves that is just there. I used
Yeah.
to think that I need to feel perfect if I want to feel confident, and now I'm no, I actually just need to be comfortable
Yeah.
with the little things that I don't like about
Yeah, and
myself.
We're all a
Attack it.
little flawed.
Yeah,
That's okay.
100%. And the flaws are hot.
Yes.
The flaws are hot.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I'm gonna write that
dad
on my
is
mirror at
terrific.
home.
Yeah.
Scars are sexy.
Yes, scars are
Inside
sexy.
and out.
Your dad is so terrific because I said, what are you most excited about? He goes, I just want her to be happy, and I want her to achieve exactly what she wants to.
Yeah.
He really is very special. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
It's really, really great to meet you.
Thanks. You guys too.
I love your music and cheering you on always.